factors which affects the rate of chemical reaction. Generally, the rate of a chemical reaction is defined as it is the change in the molar concentration of one of the reactant or products with respect to time. With respect to time, you see, that is dx by dt. Generally, dx by dt. Dx divided by dt. That is the rate of a chemical reaction. You see, the rate of a chemical reaction is the change in the molar concentration of one of the reactant or product with respect to time. So generally, which are the factors which affect the rate of chemical reaction? If we can, that is, take many number of factors. Number one is concentration of reactant and product. Number two, temperature. Number three, catalyst. So remember, the factors which affect the rate of chemical reaction are concentration of the reactant or product and product, temperature as well as catalyst. So here, that is nature of the reactants and the nature of the reactants are also influence the rate of chemical reaction. That is also one factor. So here, let me take the concentration of the reactant or product. So generally, if you take a very simple example, you see, so that is A plus B gives rise to products. A plus B tends to products. Or C plus D. So these are the reactants. According to our Hess's law, that is dx by dt. Sorry, law of mass action. Rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of the active masses of the reactants. That is A and B. A and B. Law of mass action states that at constant temperature, the rate of a chemical reaction dx by dt is directly proportional to the product of the active masses of the reactant. That means you see, rate of reaction depends upon the concentration of the reactants. So therefore, dx by dt so is equal to k into A into D. You see, concentration of A into. So that means you see, the rate of a chemical reaction depends upon the concentration of the reactants, of course. So for example, you see at constant temperature, for example. So if the chemical reaction takes place with respect to time, with respect to time, that is dx by dt. So as the time passes, we know that you see, as the time passes, as the time increases, you see, the concentration of the reactants will be decreases and the products will be increases, you see. So that means the concentration will be decreases as the time passes, as the rate of, that means you see, the rate of reaction will take place with respect to reactants as well as products. Now, as the time passes, the concentration of the reactants decreases, products will be increases. At the same time, since the concentration of the reactants will be decreases, rate of reaction also decreases. That means, as the time passes, the concentration of the reactants will be decreases. So therefore, the rate of a chemical reaction also what? Decreases. If you increase the concentration of the reactants, the rate of a chemical reaction also what? Increases. So that means you see, the rate of chemical reaction dx by dt or rate depends upon the concentration of the reactants. Concentration of the what? The one of the reactant or product, your product is. If you increase the concentration of the product, the reversible reaction takes place, of course. Okay, that is also reversible reaction rate also increases. That you know. So therefore, you see. So one factor, that is concentration of the reactants. So that means as the concentration of the reactant, one of the reactant increases, the rate of a chemical reaction also what? Increases. But as the time passes, if the concentration of the reactants at that is constant temperature, you see, as the concentration of the reactant decreases, the product concentration will be increases. Okay. So as the time passes, you see, the concentration of the reactant decreases. Therefore, the rate of a chemical reaction also what? Decreases. Therefore, it is understood that we say the rate of a chemical reaction depends upon the concentration of the reactants. That is the point to be remembered. So next, after that, if you take the temperature effect of temperature, second one, effect of temperature, effect of temperature. Second factor. So that means you see, we know that the rate of a chemical reaction increases with increasing temperature. Okay. So for example, you see, if you take 2 KClO3 gives rise to 2 KCl plus 3O2. So that means the oxygen, preparation of oxygen, laboratory preparation of oxygen takes place by the decomposition of that is potassium chloride in terms of manganese dioxide as catalyst. You see, on heating it will decomposes, giving potassium chloride and oxygen. But as the temperature increases, the production of oxygen also increases. As the temperature increases, the amount of oxygen liberated also increases. So why? Because you see, as the temperature increases, the potassium chloride, decomposition of potassium chloride also increases. That means you see, generally the products are formed during the chemical reaction. The products are formed due to the collision between the activated molecules. Remember, you see, so the chemical reactions takes place due to the collision between the reactant molecules. So which type of reactant molecules? There are two types of reactant molecules are there: normal reactant molecules as well as activated molecules. So generally chemical reactions takes place due to the collision between the activated molecules. What are activated molecules? Activated molecules are nothing but the molecules which are having sufficient amount of energy, which are that is collision gives the products, you see. So that means normal molecules becomes activated by absorbing the energy. As the temperature increases, that is normal molecules absorbs energy, becomes activated, so that they collide effectively, forming the products. So therefore, as the temperature increases, you see, as the temperature increases, number of activated molecules also increases. Number of activated molecules also increases. That means as temperature increases, number of activated molecules also increases. As the number of activated molecules increases, number of collisions will be increases. As activated molecules increases, the number of collisions also increases. Also increases. So therefore, that means you see that means as the activated molecules increases, number of collisions also increases. As the number of collisions increases, the rate of a chemical reaction also increases. So that means the chemical reaction takes place that means fastly, vigorously, you see. So therefore, the rate of a chemical reaction increases with increasing the number of collisions. Number of collisions means as the temperature increases, it absorbs energy, becomes activated molecules. These activated molecules collide with each other. As the number of activated molecules increases, number of collisions also increases. So they are why? Because you see, collisions takes place between the activated molecules only. Those are called the effective collisions. So therefore, as the temperature increases, the rate of chemical reaction also increases. That is how we can explain the temperature effects, the temperature dependency of rate of chemical reactions. So generally, for every 10 degree rise in temperature, the rate constant becomes doubled or even tripled. That is dx by dt, the rate of reaction, rate of reaction or rate constant becomes doubled or even tripled for every 10 degree rise in temperature. So generally, as the temperature increases in 10 degrees Celsius, as the temperature increases in 10 degrees Celsius up to 10 degrees Celsius, the rate of a chemical reaction also doubled or even tripled. So if the chemical reaction is X, it becomes 2X, or it becomes 3X. That means you see, the rate of chemical reaction, the rate constant or rate will be doubled or tripled, even tripled for every 10 degree rise in temperature. Okay. So this concept has been explained with respect to temperature coefficient. That is temperature coefficient. So temperature coefficient Tc is defined as, it is the rate constants of a chemical reaction at two different temperatures. What is temperature coefficient? Temperature coefficient is defined as it is the rate constant, not rate constant only one. It is rate constant of a reaction at two different temperatures differing one another by 10 degrees Celsius. That is kT plus 10 divided by kT, where T is nothing but temperature. If, for example, if T is equal to 25 degrees Celsius, for example, so then it becomes K25 plus 10 divided by K25. Rate constant temperature 25 plus 10 divided by rate constant 25. So that way you go K25 divided by K25. So that means you see that is temperature coefficient. That means temperature coefficient of reaction is defined as it is the ratio of the rate constants. It is the ratio of the rate constants of two different temperatures. Rate constants K at two different temperatures differing one another by 10 degrees Celsius, 35, 25, 10 degrees Celsius difference is there. That is called the temperature coefficient. So temperature coefficient value is in between Tc is in between 2 and 3 UC. 2 and 3. Temperature coefficient value is in between 2 and 3. Okay. So therefore you see. So for example, if the temperature coefficient of reaction, for example, if temperature coefficient of reaction is 2, for example 2, how many times does the rate increases when the temperature rises from 30 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. So this is one example problem. If temperature coefficient of reaction is 2, how many times does the rate increases when the temperature rises from 30 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius? So that means you see, we know that is the temperature coefficient. Okay, that is equal to kT plus 10 divided by kT, of course. But here temperature coefficient is given. You see, Tc is given. It may be doubled or tripled. It is already explained. So therefore, you see, let me take this small problem. You see, if temperature coefficient of reaction Tc is equal to 2 UC, 2, how many times does the rate of a chemical reaction increases when the temperature rises from 30 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Therefore, you see that is rate is equal to Tc to the power of n. Rate of a chemical reaction can also be calculated by the equation rate is equal to Tc to the power of n. What is n? You see, so that is Tc is equal to 2. You know that. Now that is temperature, rise in temperature is that is 60 minus 30. That will go to 30 degrees Celsius. That is 60 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. 30 to 60 means 60 minus 30 is 30 degrees Celsius. That can be written as 3 into 10 degrees Celsius. 3 into 10 means 30 degrees Celsius. So how many times it will increase as 3 times? That is n is equal to 3 n. N is equal to 3 times. So therefore, rate is equal to how many times does the rate increases? Rate is equal to Tc is 2 to the power of what? P. So therefore, 2 to the power of P is equal to 8 times. So how many times does the rate increases? 8 times. 8 times of the rate will be increases when the temperature coefficient of reaction is 2. So that is how the rate of a chemical reaction becomes doubled, even tripled for every 10 degree rise in temperature. That is every 10 degree rise in temperature. That is increase in temperature is equal to 60 degree minus 30 degree, 30 degree. 30 degree is nothing but 3 to 10 degrees. For every 10 degree rise in temperature, that is rate will be doubled or tripled. So therefore 3 times is 3 to 10 times. Therefore n is equal to 3n. Therefore rate is equal to 2 to the power of 3 you see. 3, n is equal to 3. So therefore it becomes 8 times. Okay. That is how we can explain the effect of temperature. So as the temperature increases, the rate of a chemical reaction also increases. That is how we can explain the effect of temperature dependence of rate of chemical reaction. So in this you see we have many number of terms. You see energy of activation, that is energy of activation, energy of activation, and then normal reactant molecules, then activated molecules, threshold energy, and the normal energy, etc. So generally, already wanted to see. So the reactant molecules are of two types. One is ordinary reactant molecules and activated molecules. You see, normal reactant molecules and activated molecules. So normal reactant molecules will have normal energy at normal temperature. At lab temperature, you see, they have normal energy. But when the temperature increases, the normal reactant molecules absorb energy, becomes activated. Therefore, they are called the activated molecules. And then we see what is threshold energy. So threshold energy is nothing but the energy of the reactant molecules, or it is the minimum amount of energy. What is the threshold energy? That is threshold energy, ETU. Threshold energy is nothing but the that is the minimum amount of energy that the reactant molecule should possess, so that they collide effectively, forming the products. So this is the minimum amount of energy that the reactant molecule should have, should possess, should contain. It is the minimum that is minimum amount of energy they should have. Otherwise, the reactant molecules does not collide effectively, forming the products. That means you see, this is the minimum amount of energy that the reactant molecules should possess, should have, should contain, so that they collide effectively, forming the products. That is called the threshold energy. And then what is energy of activation? So energy of activation is nothing but it is the extra energy than that of your ET. It is the extra energy that the reactant molecules should acquire, should absorb from the surroundings of process. So that means energy of activation EA is nothing but it is the extra energy that the reactant molecule should possess, should acquire, not possess, should acquire, so that they collide effectively, forming the product. So that means EA is equal to ET minus EA. So one equation is there you see, that is energy of activation is equal to threshold energy minus energy of the average molecules. Energy of average molecules. A is equal to energy of average molecules. Energy of average molecules. Average or normal molecules. Average molecules are normal molecules. So what is the that is the energy of activation. A is equal to energy of activation. Energy of activation. And ET is equal to threshold energy. Threshold energy. So therefore, what is threshold energy? It is the minimum amount of energy that the reactant molecule should possess, should have, should contain, so that they collide effectively, forming the products upon collision. So E is nothing but energy of the average molecules, normal molecules. But this is E is equal to energy of activation. Energy of activation or activation energy, it is the extra energy that the reactant molecule should acquire, should absorb, so that they collide effectively, forming the products. It can be obtained by small equation E is equal to ET minus EA. That means you see energy of activation is equal to energy, threshold energy minus energy of average molecules. That is one equation. So and then you see after that, so Arrhenius proposed one equation to explain the effect of temperature as well as to give the relationship between energy of activation, rate constant as temperature. You see, that is nothing but K is equal to A into e to the power minus EA by 1. EA by 1. Here, what is your Arrhenius equation? Arrhenius equation is given by the equation that is K is equal to A into e to the power minus EA by 1, where K is called the rate constant. A is called the Arrhenius factor. A is nothing but Arrhenius factor. Arrhenius factor, and then Arrhenius factor, and then A is equal to energy of activation. Energy of activation, and then T is equal to temperature, and R is equal to gas constant. So that is how we can do the relationship between rate constant as well as the temperature. So therefore, as the temperature decreases, the rate constant, or rate of chemical reaction, rate constant will be inversely proportional to temperature. According to this equation, K is inversely proportional to T, the rate constant. So it increases with increasing temperature, decreases with decreasing temperature. That is the rate constant or rate increasing. So and then one more factor is then energy of operation. As the energy of operation decreases, the rate will be increases. As the energy of operation decreases, the rate constant or the rate will be what? Increases. That is by decreasing the energy of operation, we will increase the rate of the chemical reaction. Why? Because energy of operation is nothing but the extra energy that the reactant molecule should possess. So for this reason, as the energy of operation decreases, the rate constant or rate of a chemical reaction will be increases. By decreasing the energy of operation, we can increase the rate constant or rate of the chemical reaction. So this is the temperature effect. Effect of temperature or temperature dependency of rate of a chemical reaction. So okay, we will meet in the next video.